So huge news broke a few days ago, and for those who don't know, I am a producer slash DJ. I'm not just a producer and then trying to go into a DJ. Actually, my YouTube channel was heavy with DJ content at the very beginning. It just didn't work, and I do music production and that worked. However, big shout out to Mojax for breaking this news. People over there at DJ City Beat Source, y'all did a great job of covering it correctly. And just to set the record straight real quick, it's not Pioneer that owns Serato. It is the parent company Alphatheta that owns Serato, which happens to have Pioneer as a subsidiary. So that's one of the companies under this umbrella, Alphatheta umbrella. And that's how the business works. There's a parent company and then there's smaller companies under that parent company. That makes total sense in a corporation, right? And just to clarify, Pioneer DJ owner Alphatheta Corporation has announced that it has acquired Serato, bringing the two of the biggest names in the DJ market under the same roof. And truth be told, this is huge. And I'm actually surprised that Music Brand didn't get into the fray, or perhaps they did. I don't know anything about anything. I just make videos or whatnot. I'm going to give you my take on this because a lot of people have some weird takes. Some people just aren't even in the community, but they were reporting on it just to get views. I get it. The more clicks you get, the more people come in, the more people comment, and, you get a bigger YouTube check. However, I'll say this. When it comes to an acquisition, it's usually for a company that might have some problems. And believe it or not, as known as Serato is, this is a small community. We're probably one of the smallest communities. Music tech is a very small community, meaning there's only a handful of people that they can reach out and expand to. So with something like Alphatheta, Music Brand, because Music Brand just acquired Moog, and that's a really big thing too, because why in the world would we want Moog to disappear when they have all this fantastic gear that every last one of us use? And then the biggest thing with a parent company getting involved is the ability to collaborate. So just using Music Brand as an example, they have Akai, they have Alesis, they have Alto Audio, Rain, and so forth, a Newmark, and so forth. So when those companies are together, they actually make a bigger deal. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest examples of gear that came out extremely well was the MPC Live 2. The MPC Live 2 featured the Alto Audio speakers, and what was the other company? Air Music Technology has produced some pretty good standalone plugins, and probably the OS too. So you need different factions for a product to be top tier. And granted, there's a promising future with freaking Moog being a part of Music Brand. That makes it that much better. If that doesn't even really sound right. However, if we look at like Pioneer and Serato, when I look at Serato in general, the biggest thing, they have Serato Studio. And Serato Studio, I've done a video on it, but I've played with Serato Studio since the very beginning. And it's a very good groove box style DAW. And now we have Serato Stems, which is probably the best stem-based algorithm on the market. Please believe it. There's nothing out there like it, honestly. Truth be told. As crispy as Serato is with time stretching and time warping and so forth, bruh, there's nothing out there like that stems. I'm telling you. So with that software, that IP, I would not want that to be lost in time like other companies and whatnot. Now, I mean, the biggest issue, I think, with all the DJs and that they're scared about, and I'm going to say it, just get it off my chest because I've seen a lot of DJs say it. They're wondering if it's going to be exclusive to like Pioneer. I don't think that would be a smart thing for Alphatheta to just say, this Serato is only exclusive for Pioneer DJ controllers. Let's be real. You got Hercules out there. Clearly, Tractor has Tractor DJ, but Newmark and Reloop. Many DJ companies out there that exist that I, fuck with on a daily basis or whatnot, they use Serato, and that will actually hurt their market share too. I mean, I know this is going to be a little off topic, but it is on topic. But I remember when Sony wanted Capcom to exclusively release Street Fighter V on just PlayStation. Granted, now the PS4 outsold every other console in that generation. That wasn't a good look versus how Street Fighter 6 is being treated. And, I'm just putting it out there and using my platform so that, I can expand, and trust me, these companies watch. Big shout out to all my peoples over there at Pioneer. I know they watch. So it wouldn't be great for them to exclusively have that only for Pioneer. However, I will tell you this. I remember when Pioneer released that, and I believe it was a Dave Smith collaboration, the Torres or whatnot. And it was similar to like the MPC or whatnot, but it didn't really take off. I think it was more or less about the price point at that particular time. But imagine if they were to come out with their own standalone groove box. I don't know if I should be putting that out there in the air like that, but that is readily exciting, especially if it had the Serato stems on it and pretty much the ecosystem of the Serato studio. Oh my God, that will be cool. Guys, that would be nasty. Really nasty. Truth be told. And that's the way I'm looking at it in terms of the potential. I don't think that they will take that away from other companies. So I understand that we always look at the negatives, the net negatives versus the net positives of an acquisition. But look, it's business, guys. They understand that a lot of us use Serato, and that's the reason why the Serato was worth being acquired by Alphatheta in the first place. But I don't think that they would exclusively own that and make sure that only certain people would be able to benefit from that unless they had a Pioneer DJ controller or so forth. That wouldn't be very smart. Now, as far as like licensing and, getting a share of sales and so forth and getting a higher ROI, those things matter in a corporation. And I know a lot of people don't understand that aspect of it, but I recommend you guys just like do some research on that so that when we're talking about business stuff, that it doesn't just get misconstrued with, oh man, like this company might ruin this company because this company purchased on said company, when it could be a massive collaboration between different brands. And, the licensing and business aspect of an IP, hey, we don't really care about that. Especially one of the biggest things that people were concerned about with Serato was the subscription-based service. And I know a lot of people, and I don't even want to get into that right now. It is what it is. I know people don't like subscriptions, and to a certain degree, I don't like subscriptions unless it is something that I truly benefit from. It's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I don't want anybody else to be like Insonic or Emule. Those are companies that I enjoyed that disappeared, and they have fantastic gear that you can only buy on eBay. And the prices are going way up because someone will do a YouTube video about it, and then they'll just jack up the prices and so forth because they're talking about how great it is and stuff like that. Or the ASR10, you know what I mean? As far as like production goes as well. As far as a great sampler. Let me know what you guys think. I do have videos to the right of me, the vibes here, but I definitely want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Do you think that Alphatheta is going to make this an exclusive thing only for Pioneer, or do you believe that they're just going to keep Serato the way it is and make sure that they put out some phenomenal pieces of gear?